YouTubers! Mike Martins here with the Mike Martins channel. So it looks like they're going to be handing Biden the election here in 2020. So they're going to be handing him the election. And what is going to happen? Well, you tuned in to find out. These are my theories and what I believe is going to happen now that Biden is handed the presidency. Now, what's going to happen? First things first, America is going to announce no interference with China. America will no longer interfere with China's politics, China's trade, China's whatever they want to do. China's free to go, and they're going to apologize for the previous administration creating these tariffs and turbulences within the whole what's happened with the previous administration. So what's going to happen then? First thing, Taiwan. Bye-bye, Taiwan. Goodbye, Taiwan. Taiwan will be taken over by China. What's going to happen in Australia? Well, it's kind of funny, because Australia is sanctioned to death right now, is being sanctioned to death on their copper, metals, oils, wheat, all kinds of stuff. And if you watch my previous video that Australia is in big trouble with China in economic war, that will get stronger. More properties. You're going to see a lot more housing being in Chinese ownership, which they're estimating a couple of million homes are owned by Chinese right now in Australia, but that's going to be nothing, and the money laundering will keep going strong in Australia, and China will start buying up a lot of the public works, the gas companies that distribute gas to the homes. If they use that for heat, electrical companies will start be bought out by China, and that's going to start happening slowly, and slow takeovers, and it's going to start with the stock markets and buying out majority of the shares. New Zealand will go dark. UK will pretty much continue the same as it is. You're just going to see a lot more food banks. Right now, food banks outnumber the number of McDonald's and Subway restaurants they have in England. So poverty levels will just keep going up, and there'll be the major gap between rich and poor in England. And Canada is going to be really interesting to see, because our Canadian government has its eye on basically this election here in the United States. Fingers crossed that Joe Biden wins. So Canada, what's going to happen? Money laundering will continuously go rampant here in Canada. They're going to start recommending broadcasting licenses in Canada for channels like this. So they're going to have to approve me through the Board of Canada to allow me to have a YouTube channel, which is basically you're going to see the end of freedom of speech. And what's going to happen in the United States? They're going to actually see now what's going to happen without a Trump re-election. And the United States is going to start learning real quick in a heartbeat. It's going to look good at first, but then things are going to start to fall and falter real quick in a heartbeat. Because this next administration is taking on too much debt that it can't handle. And it's going to have to start resorting to more socialist tactics to keep people in line. And again, America will not interfere with China. So China is going to be free to do what it needs to do to take over the rest of the English-speaking world. And yeah, and it's going to be more of China wants to do more of an economic takeover, like they're doing to Australia right now. And if you guys actually knew what's happening in Australia, you'd be like at awe. In the States, you'd be like, what the heck is happening over there? Well, China's got their grips in. They're rolling out the 5G. They got the 5G, but they're rolling out the social credit score in a couple of cities in Australia already. Social credit score will sweep the Western world. And I'm thinking next year, if a Canadian citizen is going to leave the country, it needs permission from the federal government. If you want to leave the country, you're going to require permission to leave the country. And I think with Australia, they might do that too. New Zealand, not too sure. So there's going to be a lot of draconian measures put in place. Money laundering will continue because this is an economic takeover. Not a single shot will be fired until needs be. Until the dissidents get taken care of or put away or put into their place. So the light will diminish in America. America will lose its beacon of light. America all over one election, yes. Because of the importance of this election, yes, the country's going into more debt. Yes, America's on dire straits. Yes, America is on life support. Yes, they're doing everything backwards, but things are going to get a lot worse real quick. Like I said, it's going to look good at the beginning, and then once you start seeing the movement and the chess pieces moving around the world, you're going to start to see a big difference in what we had democracy, or what we thought we had some sort of rights or God-given rights. So that's my theories on what's going to happen. And we're going to go digital, of course. These are stuff we already know. They're going to go digital, and they're going to have to go into negative interest rates in a lot of countries. I think England would be, obviously, because it's in Europe, and most of Europe is already in negative interest rates. England will go negative interest rates, and then Australia will have to go. It has no choice, because the locals living there just can't afford to eat anymore, right? It's gotten so bad in Australia that if you're a homeowner and you can't eat, you go to the food bank, and the food bank will give you a voucher so that you make sure you can make your mortgage payment. And with this COVID thing and shutdowns, housing is record highs. Housing is selling at huge numbers right now, and housing prices are going up. I just heard on the radio a city close to me, Kamloops, they've had the best October sales in houses in the last 10 years. So that just goes to tell you guys what is really happening. So it's going to look good at first, and they're going to start moving these pieces around fast. Remember, guys, these are just my theories. You guys don't need to, but this is what's going to happen. Joe was given the election. Now what? What's going to happen, and what are the movements here? Things will get a lot tougher in Canada. It's going to get tougher for me, my family. It's going to get a lot tougher. Immigration is going to go rampant because a lot of people will be leaving. A lot of Europeans are leaving Canada. I've spoken to another family that moved back to Portugal last week. I've spoken to a family that emailed me from Spain. Europe will be retaken over time by the people who left are making a return right now, from what I've been hearing through the grapevine. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What's going to happen? So I pretty much summed it up. If I missed anything, please put it in the comments below. It's going to be sad to see Taiwan go. It's going to be sad to see a lot of things happening. And it's going to be very interesting. You know, Trump basically held that wall against China really stringent and really tough because it had to. Because things are getting tough all over the world. And let me know what you guys think. This is just my humble opinion. Please share this video. Let me know. Comment below. Thank you.